Hello fellow geeks and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather and I'm so glad that you're here. Now on this channel I've been doing a series called the ABCs of Running that is going to help those of you who are new to running sort of increase your running vocabulary so that when you read things about running or talk to other runners, you have an idea of what's going on. Well, this time we're up to the letter C. If you would like to catch up on the episodes that you've missed before, be sure to check the playlist that I'm going to link to right here and I'm going to link to at the end of this video as well as down in the description. So let's get a move on with the letter C. Cadence. Cadence is the number of steps that a runner takes per minute while they're running. Several things influence this, such as your height, your weight, your normal stride, and your experience. Usually if you're a frequent runner, then you'll take around 160 to 170 steps per minute. Elite runners can usually take it up to 180 steps per minute. Carb loading. This is the practice of increasing the amount of carbs in your diet during the days that lead up to an endurance event like a marathon or a half marathon or even just a long training run. Carb loading allows you to store glycogen in your muscles and in your liver so that you can use it while you are out running. It's most effective if you're doing it along with a taper. We'll talk about that when we get to the letter T, but a taper generally is cutting back on the amount of distance that you're running per week before a race. First of all, keep in mind that carb loading does not mean just eating more of everything in sight, but you need to eat things that are high in carbohydrates but not high in fat. For example, you could choose spaghetti with red sauce instead of Alfredo sauce, or eat a bagel instead of a croissant. The combinations are limitless. Certified course. Most marathons and half marathons are certified by the USA Track and Field Association, which ensures that the distance of the race has been accurately measured. For any running performance to be accepted as a record or national ranking, it has to be run on a US Track and Field certified course. Chafing. Chafing is the unpleasant thing that happens when sweat and fabric rub against your skin. They can cause red spots and they can cause open spots on the skin. Sometimes you won't even notice them until you get in the shower, and believe me, that water stinging is going to show you exactly where the chafing is. Most runners will suggest that spots that are going to chafe you need to cover in either Vaseline or in Body Glide in order to avoid having chafing happen while you're running. Chip time. This is a technology that senses and records the finishing times of everyone within a race. Chip is a tiny electronic chip that's programmed with a specific number that matches your bib number. You attach the chip to your shoelaces, or sometimes it's attached to the back of your bib, and it sends a signal to an electronic reading device that's usually hidden under a strip of rubber or a strip of carpet. And when you cross the start line and finish line, and sometimes some points in between in a longer race, it will record those times and send them to the computer to be uploaded and then printed out. You don't have to use human observation, so this makes things a lot more efficient for race organizers. Your exact time is going to be automatically recorded, and usually you're asked to turn the chip back in at the end of the race so that the timing company can use it again in upcoming races. Clydesdale. Some longer races or major races will have a separate category for what they call Clydesdale, and this is for runners that fall into a certain weight requirement. And the minimum weight requirement usually varies from race to race. If you're planning on running a major race and you want to see if you will fit into the category, check what the qualifications are for Clydesdale in that category. Compression socks. A lot of athletes will use these after a long run to help speed up recovery. Some runners will also wear them during races in order to get oxygen to their legs faster. None of this is scientifically proven. It's possible it could be a placebo effect. I know that I tend to run a little bit better when I wear compression socks on my long runs, so it varies really from person to person. Some of my favorite brands that I wear include Crucial Compressions and Pro Compression socks, and I will link to both of those down in the description below. Cool down. Now, just like a warm-up gets your body ready for a run, a cool down takes your body from being in an active state to getting back into its normal state. Doing a cool down after a run helps with your blood pressure and with your heart rate. Corral. This is a sectioned area at the startup of a race that helps separate athletes into different pace groups. faster you are, usually you're going to be in some of the first few corrals at the front of the gate. These corrals are really important at large races like marathons where you're going to have elite athletes. You want to have them at the very front of the pack so that they can go without being hindered by a slower runner running in front of them. Usually your corral is going to be determined by your results from a previous race. So if you're going to enter a marathon or half marathon, then check and see if they require a proof of time in order to get into an earlier corral if you think that you may be a little bit faster than the people at the back of the pack. CR. This stands for a course record, and that is for one runner's fastest time on that given course. Cross-training. This is an important part of becoming a well-rounded runner. Runners will usually include cross-training workouts in their routine to improve their overall fitness and to kind of help them from getting bored. A lot of times you can look at things like yoga, strength training, cycling. These are all things that are going to increase the muscles other than your legs that you're going to use while you run. Cushioning. This is also known as shock absorption, and this is the ability of a shoe to absorb the impact of the foot striking on the ground. There you have it, adding to your vocabulary words beginning with the letter C. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give us a big thumbs up, maybe subscribe so that you don't miss the rest of the alphabet that's going to be coming up over the following weeks. Also be sure to follow me on social media. You can find me across most platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. All the links are going to be down in the description. Thank you for being here. I hope you're having a great day. Be safe out there. Happy running.